Vietnam is a country in Southeast Asia, with a very special shape, like the letter S, and its location makes it one of the most important places in the region in the north. It touches China in the west, it is next to Laos and Cambodia, and on the east and south it opens to the East Sea, which connects to big world shipping routes. This gives Vietnam a strong position as a bridge between China-India and the rest of Southeast Asia. So it is not only a busy trading hub, but also a key spot for politics and security. The land area of Vietnam is about 331,000 square kilometers, which is about the same size as New Mexico. In the United States, it is not the largest country in the world, but it has some of the most diverse landscapes you can find, from tall mountain ranges like Fansipan Peak, which rises over 3,100 meters high, the tallest peak in Southeast Asia, to wide flat plains with fertile soil and rich mangrove forests. Vietnam also has a very long coastline, over 3,200 kilometers, with amazing places like Ha Long Bay, which is a World Natural Heritage Site, and Mai Kay Beach, which was named one of the most beautiful beaches on Earth. If you love the ocean, Vietnam will make it very hard for you to leave. The weather in Vietnam is also very colorful. The north has 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, while the south is hot and humid all year, with only 2 seasons, rainy and dry. The central part has the most complicated climate, with hot, dry winds in summer and many storms and floods. At the end of the year, Vietnam is home to about 100 million people as of 2024, making it the 15th most populated country in the world. And inside this population, there are 54 ethnic groups. The Kin people make up most of the population, around 85 to 90%. But there are also Mong Tai Tai, Muong Khmer, and many others, each with their own traditions, festivals, and ways of life that make Vietnam rich in culture. When people talk about Asian beauty, Vietnamese women always leave a strong memory. They have soft skin, gentle faces, kind eyes, and a calm elegance that makes them stand out. Vietnam is even listed by Insider Monkey as one of the top countries in Asia, with the most beautiful women. But in modern times, their beauty is only one side of the story. Vietnamese women also shine in work and society. Forbes in 2024 even reported that 40% of businesses in Vietnam are led by women, which is the highest in Southeast Asia and far above the world average of 28%. One famous example is Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao, the first self-made female billionaire in Southeast Asia. She inspires young women to dream big and act with courage. But behind this success, there is also another truth. A Gallup survey showed that on average, Vietnamese women spend more than 5 hours a day doing housework. And maybe that is why they are so good at multitasking, running a company, and managing the home at the same time. Without complaining in relationships, they are loyal and caring, but they are also independent and open-minded. They welcome multicultural love and are friendly to foreigners as long as there is honesty, respect, and sensitivity. Many now use apps like Tinder Date Now and social media to find partners, and living together before marriage has increased a lot in recent years, showing that this new generation of women are not only beautiful and talented, but also bold and free in deciding how they want to live. Vietnam is also known as the Kingdom of Motorbikes, with more than 72 million bikes registered by 2024, which means almost everyone owns at least one in cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Motorbikes make up nearly 90% of traffic. They are perfect for weaving through narrow streets, saving time, and avoiding heavy jams for many families. A motorbike is not just transport, but a way to earn a living. They carry goods, food, even big things like furniture or animals on 2 wheels. This makes motorbikes a true symbol of daily life in Vietnam, but with so many bikes come problems like air pollution, noise, and long traffic jams during rush hour. So both the people and the government are working to solve these issues. And if you are visiting for the first time, remember this important tip. When you cross the street, do not run and do not stop. Suddenly, just walk slowly with steady steps and look confident. The riders will move around you. It may sound strange, but in Vietnam, crossing the street is almost an art. In Vietnam, you will also find many things that look unusual to foreigners, but are normal here. Like getting a haircut on the sidewalk, all a barber needs is a stool, a small mirror, and a pair of scissors, and you can get a fresh cut, right under the open sky, at a price cheaper than breakfast. You can also drink beer outdoors, anywhere from the sidewalk to busy streets. Without any problem, a few plastic chairs, a small table, and a cold beer are enough to start a party. Another surprise is that you can buy medicine without a prescription. Just explain your problem to the pharmacy, and they will give you the medicine right away. Among the ethnic groups of Vietnam, there are also unique traditions like the Hmong custom of bride kidnapping. This is not what it sounds like. It is actually a form of traditional proposal. If both the boy and girl love each other and agree, the boy brings the girl to his house as a way to ask for marriage. If the girl stays and both families agree, then they celebrate a big wedding. But if she does not want to, she can leave, and no one can stop her. The Red Dao people have wedding celebrations that last for days, full of singing, dancing, and rituals. And in their tradition, it is often the woman who proposes to the man. Afterwards, the groom even goes to live with the wife's family, which is very rare in Asia. Even funerals are different. Some groups feed the dead with food placed at the mouth as a way of showing love and believing the soul is still with them. The Hani people even build wooden statues to represent the departed and continue to talk and eat with them, as if they never left. These customs may look unusual, but they show deep respect, love, and connection that goes beyond life and death. Vietnam is also a coffee giant. It is the second largest exporter in the world after Brazil and dominates the Robusta coffee market with 40% of global output, while Arabica is smoother. Robusta from Vietnam is strong, bold, and loved for creating thick crema layers. Vietnam even produces expensive civet coffee, one of the most luxurious types in the world. But the country is just as famous for its unique coffee styles. Iced milk, coffee with condensed milk, was voted by CNN as one of the best coffees in the world. And egg coffee, praised by National Geographic, is a must-try before you die. You will also find salt, coffee, coconut coffee, and many other creative versions. Coffee here is more than a drink. It is a part of life. People meet, friends do business, or simply relax at coffee shops, from small roadside stalls to modern cafes. Besides, coffee, Vietnam is one of the top agricultural exporters in the world. It is the #1 exporter of cashew nuts and black pepper and supplies, most of the world's dragon fruit. It is also among the top 3 in rice exports, with varieties like ST25 ranked as the best rice in the world. Tropical fruits and seafood like shrimp are also major exports. This success comes from the natural climate, fertile soil rivers, and above all the hard-working farmers who mix tradition with new technology. One of the most amazing natural wonders in Vietnam is Son Doong Cave, the biggest cave on Earth located in Phong Nha. It was discovered in 2009 and has a length of 9 kilometers, with ceilings 200 meters high and widths of up to 150 meters, so huge it could fit a 40-story building. Inside it has its own jungle and river, and scientists believe it may hold species never seen before. BBC called it Vietnam's gift to adventurers, but only about 1,000 visitors can enter per year to protect the cave, and the tour price is around $3,000 US. In the Mekong Delta, you will find the Kai Rang floating market instead of shopping malls. People sell and buy on boats every morning. Hundreds of boats meet on the river, filled with fruits, vegetables, seafood, and even coffee vendors hang their products on poles, so buyers know where to go. CNN once called Kai Rang one of the most unique markets in the world because you can sit on a boat, eat pho, and drink coffee while floating on the waves. Vietnamese is the national language and one of the hardest to learn because of its 6 tones. One word can have many different meanings depending on the tone and context. The pronoun system is also complex because people must choose the right word based on age, relationship, and respect. This makes the language very difficult, but also very interesting, like a puzzle that never gets boring. Beliefs in Vietnam are also very diverse. Buddhism has been here for thousands of years, with pagodas, festivals, and teachings deeply rooted in life. The country will host the UN Vesak celebration in 2025, with more than 80 countries showing its importance in Asian culture. Mother Goddess worship honors nature and feminine power, with colorful rituals and music even recognized by UNESCO, while ancestor worship is a simple but core practice in every home where families keep altars to remember their roots. Vietnam also has thousands of festivals. Tet the Lunar New Year is the most important, a time for family gatherings, ancestor rituals, colorful decorations, lucky money, and lion dances. The Huang Pagoda Festival is a massive pilgrimage in Hanoi, where people travel by boat and climb mountains to pray while enjoying traditional music. The Hue Festival celebrates imperial culture, with royal music, street parades, and art performances, and in Sapa the Love Market happens weekly, where young ethnic people sing, dance, and find partners, creating a romantic and cultural atmosphere. For travelers, there are many must-visit places. Hanoi, the 1,000-year-old capital with French architecture, old temples, and egg coffee. Hue, the city of emperors with the imperial citadel, and royal cuisine Sapa, in the mountains with rice terraces, cool air, and ethnic villages. Ha Long Bay, with over 1,600 limestone islands, and Phu Quoc Island with white beaches, clear waters, and night markets full of seafood. Vietnamese food is also world-famous. In the north, dishes are light and delicate, with Hanoi, pho, and bun cha becoming international icons. Central Vietnam is bold and spicy, with bun bo hu and mi quang showing the heritage of royal cuisine in Hue. The south is sweet and diverse, mixing Khmer Chinese and Cham flavors with dishes like Hu Tu Com, Tam, and Ban Xio food. Here is not just eating, it is culture. Finally, the cost of living in Vietnam is surprisingly affordable. Compared to Western cities, apartments cost far less. Daily food, like pho or com tam, is only $1 or $2. Utilities are cheap and transport by bus. Motorbike or ride-hailing apps is also low cost. Even gyms, laundry, and healthcare are very budget-friendly. A person can live a comfortable life here for about $700 to $900 per month.